Life is very, very interesting.
Rest. Mama, we should talk. I don't even know this man.
Yeah, I can't bring the tomato. Can I watch you?
After 4 years.
If you see mommy, watch out.
Let's go. Are you the one to tell me my closing time?
I don't say I won't collect your babe. Are you the mad? I'm looking for my condom.
I think the idea of
Last wager presentation of the season, and for this very one, the housemates are expected to go back in time and show us Nigerians' culture, lifestyle and unique fashion trends. They are to resurrect the fond memories that shaped their childhood, what life was like back in the days, and how the society has evolved over the years. And also, they are to tell Big Brother what they think the future will look like, what they think about tech and how it will reshape the world we all know about. Well, the housemates came up with a drama presentation that they titled The Evolution, and trust me to run you a recap of this drama. The first scene was that of Ruthie and Damilola playing a game called 10-10. OZEE, who happens to be an elderly man, then walked in on them and they both greeted him, and he said that this takes him back to the days, because this was the game they played back then. And with that, he started reminiscing on what life was before now and how everything has changed over the years, starting with how he even got married. And this takes us to a flashback story of how OZEE got married. So now, Cassia, playing the character of Cheta, is a young lady betrothed to a young man, Tofa. And bear in mind that Tofa is playing the younger version of OZEE. And Cassia's mom, Cheta's mom, or rather, let me just use Cassia so you don't get it mixed up. So Cassia's mom happens to be Victoria. And here is Cassia being worried that, Mama, I don't even know this guy. How am I supposed to just marry somebody that I don't know? And the mom is consoling her, telling her, don't worry, you will get to know him over time. By the time the both of you start spending time together, is this not how I married your dad? You don't need to bother yourself. And Cassia saying, I don't even know whether he's deformed, whether it will be compatible, and the mom is like, don't bother yourself, you will learn that over time. Just go and prepare, go and dress up. The suitors are already on their way. Go get yourself ready. Next scene, Nelly and ONYEKA, who happens to be Victoria's friend, that Cassia's mom's friend, taking care of the kitchen department, preparing what the suitors will eat while gossiping. That they said he's coming from Obodo. That is, they're talking about Cassia's potential husband. And from there, Victoria comes to check up on her friends, making sure everything is getting all set and ready. And up next, the in-laws are here. OCEE happens to be Tofa's dad, and remember Tofa is playing the younger role of OZEE, because OZEE is talking about September 5th, 1971, how he got married. Now, the in-laws, after breaking kola nuts, they asked Victoria to go get Cassia to come see who she'll be getting married to. Imagine seeing the person for the first time. And Suj, who happens to be Cassia's dad, is telling Cassia that everything has been done traditionally, that you are now a married woman. Just go get your bag, pack your things, and join your husband. That is Tofa. Well, Cassia had no other option. Grumpy her still carried herself to go get her things together and joins her husband. OZEE, still narrating and reminiscing on how things has changed over the years, now said, but now marriage no longer happened this way. And the next scene is Wani and ONYEKA. So Wani just got proposed to after 4 years of dating her guy, 4 years relationship, and here she is telling ONYEKA, oh, he finally proposed. And ONYEKA is asking Wani, wow, are you sure you'll stay with this guy forever? And Wani surprisingly asked ONYEKA, why are you asking? And she said, are you sure? Have you tested the other one, to know that it will be enough for you? And Wani said, yes, I've tested the matcha dice, trust me now. And then ONYEKA happily said, my friend, make sure you do not get pregnant before your wedding. We have plans of touring cities before the wedding. OZEE, still reminiscing on the past, said that he remembers the first time he took Cheta to club, that is Cassia. How the music of the day then was high life, how the dance move, how everything was different. And then that takes us to a party scene of what partying back in the days looks like. In this party, Kellyrae performed Victor Uwefu's If You See Mami Water, and the party attendees were Nelly, Cassia, and Tofa, who we all know is the younger, Tofa being the younger version of OZEE, with the wife Cassia. That's Cassia playing the role of Cheta, who was taken to the club by her husband for the first time. And you know, they were just dancing. Suj was playing a piano, acting as an instrumentalist and all that. And now OZEE now talks about how the party is today. That now the speed of the music is different. Is now Afrobeats everywhere. How they dance different. That back in the days it was even a taboo to touch a woman, but now you need to see how they dance close to each other, you know. And then comes the next scene showing how today's present club looks like. In the present day club, we have Kellyrae, Ruthie, Chinwe, Damilola all dancing, moving from one club to the other. They were vibing to OZEE by Rema, and Kellyrae, you know, spanking, touching almost all the ladies, sharing drinks, and even telling them of other clubs they could visit. OZEE still continues with his narration, talking about culture, that back then everyone was so immersed in their culture. People at every given opportunity travel home for festival celebrations. You know, they did everything together, they knew one another. And that takes us to the next scene where we have Suj, Anita, and Victoria dancing to a cultural music, all happily, you know, wearing a Nigerian attire, dancing, shaking their waist. And OZEE then compares it to the modern day life, how networking now is being done via social media. People no longer care about culture or travel home. And immediately the next scene came to life. Damilola working on her laptop, complaining about how stressful her job has been. And just right then, Ruthie and Chinwe walks in, you know, hailing her, telling her, you're overworking yourself now, you know. But then what plan do you have for Christmas, for December? And Damilola innocently answered, I want to travel to the village, that my parents want me to come back home, get to know my culture. And Chinwe and Ruthie laughed loudly, like, village, when Doha is the next thing, that she's thinking of let them do Europe this December. You know, from there they started discussing about a TikTok challenge, a TikTok trend, and they even went ahead to do one. OZEE still reflecting and narrating about life then and now say that even communication was different in their own time. That back then, while he was in UK, Cheta always sent letter to him. They communicate via letter writing, and he will keep these letters, that anytime he starts to meet Cheta, his wife, he will go back to the letter, read them, and get succor. Guys, I will divert a little bit. See, this particular scene was my best for the night. Like, it holds a place because I can actually relate to this particular scene, but in another way, because back then it was landline we were using. So sometimes, if maybe service is not working or you've been cut off by Nitel, because Nitel was the communication I think communication body or corporation then in charge, you will now have to go to their office to make a call, and you will see long queue, people calling their friends, families in diaspora. Anyway, back to our task. The next scene, we now have Cheta, who was sweeping, and then remember that, oh, she wants to send a letter to her husband in UK, and then she hurriedly writes one and off to the post office. Getting there, Anita is playing the character of a corrupt post officer, and you know, Anita started telling her, oh, I'll be closing very soon, you came late, this, but if you want it to be posted, find something for me. And Cassia said, okay, I'll give you 1 naira. She goes by, 1 naira for what? For what? Oh, yeah, make it 2 naira. And after which, she now started hailing Cassia. Ah, you are enjoying UK money, you know, after she has collected bribe. And she then told Cassia that it's 3 naira now to post a letter out to UK, And when after Cassia was done paying, she then left. But I enjoyed this scene. It so much resonates with me. OZEE then continues saying, well, thankfully he received those letters. But now communication has changed, that if he wants to call Cheta, it can be at any time. We now have mobile phones. Technology has advanced. Same with the role women play in the family. It's no longer like then that women would just be domestic home wives. That women now occupy top positions in offices. That even the movies have changed. And immediately another scene comes up where OCEE and Nelly happens to be boyfriend and girlfriend in campus, and Suji walks up to Nelly and OCEE, snatching Nelly from OCEE. When OCEE tried to kind of fight back, he then raises up his t-shirt and shows OCEE a gun, and OCEE had to take a step back, and Nelly saying, don't worry, just go, I'll call you back. And Nelly dressing like 2K babes now. OCEE said now it's a different thing. When you on your TV, what you see is a total new storyline. That he even heard that what they watched back then is now being called Nollywood classic. To portray the modern day Nollywood, we now saw a scene where Tofa is asking his mom, played by ONYEKA, Mom, you entered my room, where is my condom? You took my you took my condom. And ONYEKA very angrily was like, what kind of son is this? I will take you out from the family business. And Tofa was not even bothered. He was still like, hey, don't you want me to have sex, And ONYEKA blaming it all on the school Tofa attended, saying, I warned my husband, your father, never to take you to that school. Well, OZEE continues saying how time flies, right? That it all shows that the present is what you get and the past is what makes a man's future. And talking of future, can we look at fashion? How fashion we have now even evolved from what we wore before. But who knows what the future holds. And immediately the next scene shows a futuristic fashion parade where Damilola and Cassia happens to be models. They did a runway on the stage and walked past, and OZEE continues with what the future holds and what marriages in the future will look like. And then he said, will they be using holograms? That will be absolutely mind-blowing. And then it shows where Kellyrae and Damilola got married via hologram. The officiating priest, played by OCEE, happens to be doing that via hologram. OZEE continues saying that he imagines a world of virtual reality. And when he was talking about virtual reality, we now saw a scene played by Suj where he was playing games with his friends virtually. OZEE then continues saying, virtual reality, life is full of unexpected realities. The only thing that is constant in life is change, and that change is called the evolution. Remember, the name of their drama is the evolution. So with that, their drama came to an end. Kellyrae then came on stage and gave a closing remark thanking the housemates and said that what they just did showed you the past, present, and what they think the future will be like. Big Brother then called on Kellyrae to give a review of their work, and my guy, started thanking the housemates. Well, he tried to tell Biggie the role everyone played, but Big Brother was like, I said a review. And he said, well, Biggie, that's just it. Well, Big Brother then called on his agents to hear their opinion regarding what Kellyrae said, whether they agree with, that everything was perfectly portrayed. And my people, Chinwe said no, that in terms of past and present, it was shown very well. But talking about future and mentioning of virtual reality, like where Suji was playing a game, that all those things are currently happening, that they have it. So she does not think she does not think they portrayed that part very well, because that's something that is happening already. See, if eyes were bullets, Chinwe for don't receive instantly. Anyways, Big Brother told the housemates that choosing marriage as the premises for their story is such a bold move. And he also went ahead to commend OZEE. Big Brother told him that his narrations perfectly connected all dots, and well done for that. And to Suj and OCEE, Big Brother said from playing the proud fathers to old Nollywood classic to futuristic roles was entertaining and epic as well. And to Anita, who played the role of a computer typist, Big Brother told her that it was such a hilarious one, that you had a few moments to shine, and in those moments, you were the sun. However, Big Brother told the housemates that the parts where they portrayed this generation as reprobates with no knowledge and love for their culture runs a disservice on numerous number of individuals blazing the world, and that it's also a disservice to their well-knowledge and cultured self. But then in all of this, that their presentation was what the present day will call lit. So with that, Big Brother announced to the housemates that they've won their wager. Congratulations to the housemates, and congratulations to Kellyrae for having such a good run. And it's his birthday week too. So winning the wager won't be that bad, you know. You smashed. It just says that you smashed your reign. Congratulations, Kellyrae, and well done to the housemates. And remember that this story was solely written by ONYEKA Chibu, because the last time I called her queen of storytelling, I guess 2 or 3 people didn't agree with that, but that one did share. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
You're enjoying UK money.
You have won your wager.
Speech will not make sense if I don't say special thanks to you individually.